Hey guys, Professor Bell, Comic Book University, and Predator versus Spider-Man, issue number one, is probably one of the greatest comic books I've read in a really freaking long time. Now, I've read the Predator versus Wolverine, and there was a great story there. It was actually in continuity, and it was fantastic the way that Benjamin Percy did it. This one apparently is not going to be in continuity. I'm okay with that, which means people could die. People who we know. My thumb just went boop. Anyway, oh, this is amazing. And there were so many instances where I thought, damn it, they're going to end the comic book right now because something really cool just happened. And there was a jump scare in a comic book. How many times did that happen to you? I can honestly think of like one. I'm sure there was more than one. Maybe the time when I read there was an independent comic where it happened, and there was the first time they showed Parallax. I think that kind of freaked me out a little bit. But anyway, holy crap. This was insane how good this comic book was. Let's get talking about all that good stuff. First, credit where credit is due. So we got the writer, Benjamin Percy, the pencils done by Marcelo Ferreira, inks by Jay Lyson, color art by Frank D'Armata, and letters by VC's Clayton Cowles. Man, it is so cool that I haven't been doing comic book reviews in a bit, in a hot minute. And still the same people are doing the comic books. Oh, covers. The cover is by Paulo Sequeira and Yen Nitro. Okay, never mind. I spoke too damn soon. I don't know who those people are, but they did a good job. So there's that. Anyway, there's some chick who's like a really hard-nosed detective, and she's a real butt face, and she's going around and jacking people up against the wall, but she's trying to investigate stuff, and she's actually really good at her job. Well, at least that's what they're trying to come across as. Maybe they're trying to make her the Busey. What's his name? Busey guy, the Dave Busey. Anyway, that freaking psychopath of an actor. Good actor, but he's a little weird. He was in Predator Part 2. And that, mind you, is the kind of Predator vibe we're going with. So New York City right now is super effing hot. I'm not saying in real life right now. It might be. I don't know. It's kind of hot up here in Mississauga. I can imagine how freaking hot it is every place else, right? But nonetheless, it is super hot. And if you remember the beginning of Predator number 2, Predator 2, the movie with Danny Glover, the city was really hot. And they're trying to indicate that that's what causes the predators to come about, is when it's really hot, right? The first movie, it was just, well, they're in a jungle. So maybe it's just a coincidence that it's a hot place. But no, they actually pointed out in Predator 2. So it's super hot, and there's this predator going around. He's killing people, and Peter Parker is finding really cool ways of getting these pictures, right? I'm loving how sneaky he is in order to get this done. But he's still a good person, because these are really horrible, vicious, skinned alive, organs missing, and stuff like that kind of kills. And yet, Peter Parker is taking these pictures, and he's going about trying to get them published in the Daily Bugle, all online and whatnot, because it's the modern day. So I love that they're giving us these little bits that are really important, right? Um, the art. I'm going to pump into the art really quick. Holy crap. Little things that you see, like you catch that a finger is missing, broken off, a rib, part of it is broken off. Little things like that are messed up, right? The horror of these skinned alive people. They're not clowning around here. Freaking Marcelo Ferreira is every bit as good an artist, great an artist as I remember him being. But now you realize he's got a bit of a sick side. What the heck is the matter with this guy? Just because Benjamin Percy says, hey, draw something really graphic, doesn't mean you have to give me freaking waking daymares. What the hell's the matter with this guy? Anyway, so the Predator is out there hunting these people, and Spider-Man is out there trying to save people. That's actually why he's okay with doing this. He's going to post these pictures. Why? Because they might actually save some people. He doesn't know why there's a serial killer going out skinning people alive. He hasn't made the same, and that's a little bit annoying, I have to admit, because that he doesn't seem to understand that it's bad guys that this is happening to. Maybe he didn't know what was happening with the first one. I don't know. But it's pretty evident to see that these are people who were armed and they were going around killing people, right? There's probably going to be more spoilers than you might want for this first issue. All right? I'm going to try not to do that, though. I'm going to try not to do that because you really should read this comic book. This comic, oh my God, this is Marvel just saying, I don't care about any agendas. My agenda is to sell good comics. My agenda is to make good comics and sell them and make everybody want to buy these comic books. And that is an agenda that is right up my alley. I don't care about your personal political opinion on this, that, or the other thing, because I don't want to think about that nonsense. I don't want to talk about that nonsense. I don't care about your views on this, that, or the other thing. I want to know, do you think the Predator is awesome? Do you think Spider-Man's awesome? Can you write both really well? Yes? Then I'm your guy. All right? You are selling directly to me. So he might as well be out on the street corner selling newspapers. And that's what happens in this book. There are people actually selling newspapers like the Newsboy Legion again back in the day, right? And you get to understand why these things are happening. MJ is away. She might be hurt. Somebody at the very end pops up. And it's pretty obvious who it is because it's Spider-Man. But even in the silhouettes, you're just like, oh, please let it be him. It's obviously him, but please let it be him. And then the final page reveal when you realize it's him. It is so exciting. And I never thought it could be more than just Predator versus Spider-Man. That there's somebody else who's perfect to be in this freaking comic book also. And my heart goes out to Mr. Percy. I love you, man. I love you so much, man. Thank you. Thank you for making such a good comic book. And I really want to see the rest of the series because, oh my God, this is just like, oh, holy angels coming down and writing horrible, horrific, gore-infested stuff, but with Spider-Man being that shining beacon of light that's going to save everybody because that is what he does. And what I do is review totally awesome comic books, and I ignore the crappy ones. And yet here I am talking about this comic book to you, and now it's your job. I feel so silly. Now it is your job to go out and grab this comic book. I believe it just came out last Wednesday, and holy crap, it is really good. Benjamin Percy is promising to do a whole bunch more of these Predator-verse comic books. Dude, I want to see what happens with Captain America. I want to see what happens with Thor. You know what I'm saying? I want to see all of like Predators versus the X-Men. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? I want to see all of it. I want to see people getting hurt. I want to see some of the heroes actually getting killed because if none of this is actually supposed to be in continuity, only the Predator Wolverine comic book, if that's the only one that's actually in continuity, and that one might actually be Wolverine versus the Predator. Maybe that's why he switched Predator versus everybody else in these, which makes me happy. Guys, this is one of the things that I actually feared about Marvel getting the license, because I'm like, they're going to have the Predator go against everybody, and everybody knows that the Predator's going to lose to whoever because, well, he's got to lose to whoever, right? But for some reason, I just didn't think about Marvel doing Elseworlds style comic books. So I thought, well, they'd have to make them what ifs if that's the case. But no. I mean, yes, there should be a what if logo on here, but I just love the idea that if these are really out of continuity, then Spider-Man could actually get killed by the end of this. He might lose a leg. You never know. He might get his face ripped off. Because that happens in this comic book. No, it's not Spider-Man. Spoiler. But somebody does get their face ripped off. And it's like, that's just horrific. You know, did the guy deserve it? I mean, if he almost got his face ripped off, he'd have deserved that. Wow. This book has me going, and I'm at the edge of my seat. Actually, I really am on the edge of my seat right now. Guys, if you don't get this book, we can't be friends. That's just the way it's got to be. You and me, we got beef. We got wreck. We just disagree. All right? Fantastic book. You are going to love it. If you like The Predator, boom, done. Conversation's over. That's all it takes. And And Spider-Man is in this also. If you like Spider-Man, but you don't like the Predator, you might not want to get this comic book. It is gory, right? There really should be a warning on the front of this. It's a really messed up book. But if you are a Predator fan, this is what the movie should be. Marvel has the license for these characters. I would love to see cartoon miniseries of these books coming out, of this one for sure. Honestly, so far, I'm actually kind of liking this even better than the Wolverine one. Because in my mind, any freaking thing could happen. And I kind of want it to. Talk to all you guys later. You take care, and you get this comic book. Like the video, watch an ad. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.